We survived the storm, guys. I know it's kind of late posting this, but we're just trying to get everything settled and getting things back to normal. But we wanted to give you our play-by-play look into how we managed during this horrible winter storm that we had that we never experienced anything like before. So here it is. Early Monday morning around 1:45 in the a.m., my hubby got a notification that they were going to start doing their rolling blackouts. At 2 o'clock, our lights went completely out, and we're hoping by the morning our lights would be turned back on, which they did a couple of times, and after that, they never turned back on again.
93,000 outages. That's more than 37% of their customer base without electric power. Pertnellis Electric reporting 37,000 outages. Encore 62,000. Bluebonnet Electric 17,000.
Around this time, we were trying to stay warm, so we had a little creosote log. And also we had our stove pilots on. And luckily I had went to buy some groceries the night before, because the night before was Valentine's Day. So I made like tortilla soup. I know you guys probably seen the video. So I had bought extra, meat and stuff like that. So we decided, you know what? It's getting hot in here. Our food's gonna go to waste. It's sit outside for a little while until it's time for us to cook it. Well, guys, we had a dog come into our yard and steal our meat, and well, that was a big disappointment. We weren't using all our brain cells at that time, so we should have known better just to put it in some kind of ice chest. I mean, we were hoping by nighttime they would have the lights back on, but they didn't. So we had to use candles and flashlights to wash the dishes.
-10, the wind chill in this area, including Austin tonight. -15, the wind chill in our northern tier of counties. And now, a new winter storm warning.
So on Tuesday, we woke up practically frozen. Our bones were hurting. You could see our breath when we were speaking to each other. The blankets that we were using weren't hacking it.
You'll notice the wind chill is going to be in the single digits and teens all the way through lunchtime. Technically, air temperatures will get into the upper 20s, but I think we're going to spend at least the next 24 hours below freeze.
It was just too cold to even get warm with just blankets. So we turned on our pilots again. And since the dog ran away with our meat, I know it sounds crazy, we had gotten smart enough to that night before to go ahead and put all of our food in ice chests and put snow into the ice chest to keep all our food items cold. Yeah, because we never had experienced anything like that in the whole time that we've been alive. So that Tuesday I'm talking about, my cousin texted me because also we were running out of power on our cell phones because I was using our laptop to charge our phones so we can stay connected to the news and stay connected with family and friends. And so my cousin, right before my phone cut off, decided to give me a text asking if I wanted to go to my aunt's house. And so we took her on her offer. They had electricity, they had gas, and they had water, and we were doing fine.
notification from family members
To be aware.
because they had heard that the city was going to start shutting off water.
The water treatment plant was compromised due to the power outages. So luckily we were able to fill up bathtubs and sinks and any kind of container that could hold water. That's what we did. So we kind of stayed together, and we had enough water for everyone in the house. And we made Joe a cake because we had forgot to make him one on Tuesday. On Thursday, we decided to come and check up on our home. So my cousin's house isn't too far from mine, but she had lost power, and we were checking our neighborhood communities on Facebook, and we could see that some areas had water still and some areas didn't. So we just want to check on our house to see if everything was okay.
Oh, Fillmore. Wasn't Fillmore. Well, Jacobus is open.
Someone had to abandon their car.
Especially that much horsepower. Them right there walking. Go walk. HEB. God, look at HEB's line. I wonder if Fiesta's open. They're putting porta potties outside. Like it was last time?
Not as bad as last time.
So we came to check up on our homes. At that point, we did have power, we had water, and we still had gas. And so we decided to stay home. So we made it back home. We're just checking out our house, seeing everything's okay. I noticed that there's been a lot of footprints in the snow from different directions. So I'm guessing we had people coming to check up on us, or they were just coming to see the house. I'm not sure. It's snowing, and I'm really loving the snow. Our city is not equipped for all the wintry, stormy weather we've been having. We've had no power for like 3 or 4 days. We had no water for like maybe 2 or 3 days. It's been crazy, but we're doing all right. And it's so pretty. But I had enough of it though. The day went on normal. We were just trying to figure out where to get groceries, because our area, we're blessed to have maybe 3 marquetas, which is like the Mexican grocery stores, meat markets and stuff, like smaller grocery stores. And also we have a Dollar General and a Family Dollar in walking distance. And now, mind you guys, we don't have a vehicle, so we have to depend on our automobiles to get us where we need to go.
Which in
Yeah.
English is
we had to walk everywhere.
Yes.
Yeah, we had to walk everywhere. And we did hear they were giving out water and food, but since, like I said, we don't have a vehicle, that was really hard for us to get any kind of assistance in that way, because they're all do drive-throughs, and we didn't have a way to get there, and we didn't have a vehicle to drive through there to pick up boxes of food and water. So that made it hard for us. But with a little bit that we did have,
we survived.
yeah, we made do with what we had. And for the rest of that week, we were just sitting tight, just waiting to hear news if he had to go back to work, because they had closed his store. I don't know if you want them to know where you work at.
I work at Walmart, so.
Yeah, so he couldn't work because their water was turned off, and they had some issues with what.
Just water. We didn't have no water. We had electricity just because we have generators, but no water.
Yeah, so yeah, that was just a little tidbit of how things were when the winter storm hit us and what we learned from it. And what do you want to add that? What we learned?
what we learned is that we can never rely on ERCOT, which is our power grid system up in North Texas. They're the reason that we lost all the power, because they were trying to say we're going to have rolling blackouts, but that didn't happen here in Austin and surrounding cities. So now we're gonna, people might think that's kind of overboard, but we're gonna go ahead and buy a generator just in case this happens again.
We're gonna collect firewood as we see it in our stores.
And we're gonna buy a little small mobile solar panel.
Yeah, this is on our
connectors.
wish list because we're struggling right now, guys. We are. We're not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's
It also took us for a loop, and
it's crazy.
our house and our house and our power grid and our electricity, like none of it was. We weren't prepared for it, and so yeah, we want to do that, and also we want to learn how to. What was it? They also told us. Oh yeah, they also wanted us to limit the amount of gas we're using, natural gas. So now we're just thinking like we gotta figure out how to fend for ourselves when the power grid's down, when we have no water, when there's no gas to heat our homes or warm up our food. And so like he was saying, was like we want to try to see if we can somehow like put away some pennies, nickels, and dimes to save up enough so we can have those little safety things that we need, which is like you said, a generator and solar panels. And
it's not gonna be for the whole house. It'll be just like a small one, just so we can charge
or refrigerator,
our have our refrigerator, make sure we don't lose food. Microwave.
A heater.
A heater if we need a heater. Now they're saying that our
Because of-
summer is gonna be real bad this year too.
Because of global warming, they're saying that this winter storm isn't gonna be our last.
And just to be on the safe side, because we don't know what's gonna happen again. Now a lot of our electricity bills are so high, trying to catch up with trying to warm ourselves up, since like I said, our house is not made for this kind of weather. For they are, but not for this long, and they're not made to be without electricity.
And I couldn't. I mean, the money. I mean, we're struggling. Like I said, we've always been paycheck to paycheck, and we try to make do. But this hit is hard, real hard. I mean, we lost food that we could have been still eating this week because we're on a very tight budget. So yeah, it was tough, but we're here. We're together. We're blessed. We survived it, and we learned from it.
And mind you, a lot of people, not a lot, but some people did pass away from freezing to death that night, and it's sad. I wish we would have had to go through this, but we have to learn from our mistakes.
And there's still people who don't have water, guys.
Here in Austin.
Yeah.
A lot of apartment complexes don't have water. City of Austin's trying to do it more. They're actually put spigots. They say that the water that comes out of the fire hydrants is safe for us to drink, so they put water spigots so people that don't have water, they can go there, turn the water on the fire hydrant and fill up your water bottles, stuff like that.
Yeah, I forgot to mention too that after our water was turned on, they had us in a boil water ban for like at least
3 days.
Yeah, and even after that, our water was still coming out looking kind of dirty, so we were just boiling water. So yeah, we want to do our own little water filtration system. Maybe even get, I think it's called a Berkey. But like that's all gonna take time because we don't have that money to do that right now. But we know that now that we need to be more conscious of the weather and make sure that we collect what we need, canned goods and dry goods and paper items, although I don't really like to use like paper plates and stuff like that, but when there's no power, no water, And that would be something that we would need to like have put aside in like a safety area, right?
Especially with this water.
We do
You don't have to worry
prepping.
about washing dishes. And the funny thing about it is, like, at the end of the week, it started, like, literally a couple of days later, like, the Monday following the storm, it was back in 80 degrees here in Texas.
Yeah, it's our weather is pretty bipolar. It's one day it's rainy, one day it's cold, one day it's sunny, but we've never had snow like that. That was a new one for us. So yeah, so we just wanted to let y'all know how we were doing and how things went down for us, and we really, really appreciate y'all. I know I have some new subscribers on my channel, so hey, hi. This is Joe. I'm Christine.
I'm not really on these videos that much, but
Yeah,
you will
but-
see me in the background sometimes.
Yeah. And yeah. So I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.
Peace.